Grand Rising. When it comes to Taurus, compatible with Libra, this is an in conjunction. This is a misunderstanding right here when it comes to these two signs. Yeah, these two signs share the same planet, but of course, Venus, aka Libra, is more predicated towards this position. And when we're talking about Taurus, Taurus is more Gaia, more Earth, more fixated in their own ways of thinking and being practical when it comes to reality. Of course, they're very down to earth. They can be all work and no play at times. So it can be very difficult to cope with the Libra sun, because the Libra sun don't really take things that very serious when it comes to earth. They love to communicate. They like to find compromisation. And they love to find relatability, someone that they can talk to on a day-to-day basis. See, at times, Taurus can be very stubborn in their own ways of thinking and communicating. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, they fix earth. So if it wasn't for Taurus, the ground would be all fucked up. Rocks would be all destroyed, because we don't have a fixed earth. We don't have a fixated earth where we are using this to basically have grounding. And of course, this would mean that we would have a mutable earth where things is not really organized or orchestrated in the right position. That's why when we got Taurus here, that's why it's going to be a misunderstanding in conjunction, because these are two zodiac signs that's predicated to doing things in their own manner. So it can be very difficult at times, because the Libra will be wanting all the attention. But of course, the Taurus can basically be all about all work, no play. Taurus is loving and caring, but they show they love and care in a more predicated way, where it is dealing with the materialistic natures. Of course, when it comes to money, when it comes to gifts and materialistic matters of that perspective. And of course, Libra will look at the Taurus like, you know, I appreciate this. I appreciate you giving me all these gifts. I appreciate all these toys, but I need you to be loving and caring right in front of me. I need you right here. I need you to grab me. I need you to feel me. And of course, you know, Taurus, they take their time too when opening up at times. They're not going to basically just give you a whole entire world, a whole entire life. A Taurus going to show you that they truly love you and care for you by giving you money, or basically by buying things for you in that manner. Because of course, that's their modality. That's their way of doing things. And you can't tell a Taurus what to do. A Taurus is basically stubborn at times, fixated. So it's actually like talking to a rock. But this rock got his own legs when it wants to. This rock got his own feet whenever they want to basically bring it out when they want to. So Taurus, they have their own way. And of course, they do these things in that perspective because they feel comfortable in that manner. And at times, Taurus is very serious when it comes to safety, home, comfortability, and security. And of course, they are very, very serious about these things and very strict about these things. So of course, they all work and no play at times. They may come across as lazy, but of course, when it comes to getting shit done, you better get a Taurus on your side, because a Taurus is going to make sure that shit is predicated in the right position, the right way of doing things. And of course, when they build your house, that house is going to be very stable. It won't be no issues. There won't be no mechanical work. When they fix that shit, they're going to fix that shit to make sure that shit is fixed. And of course, maintenance. When it comes to Libra, you know, they're very loving and caring. And of course, they need someone that they can initiate with and talk to and find equilibrium and balance and justice and fairness with on a day-to-day basis. So Libra, you know, they love to find a way and get, of course, when it comes to relating and stuff. And of course, communication is key with Libra. And of course, Libras, you know, they can be very indecisive at times. When it comes to making decisions, they need to get a confirmation to see if you are predicated to going about this way of doing things. So of course, they can have 1,000,001 ideas, but they need to find an equilibrium. They need to find a touch, the scale, where they can say, you know what, if you can put your scale here, then everything is going to be fine and good with me. But if your scale is not here, I don't see your scale, then of course I'm going to be very, very worried and very aware and very concerned that your scale is not on this table. If I'm buying all this food, I need to know what kind of ingredients and what kind of food that you want me to buy. Yeah, I want to buy this too, but of course I can play devil's advocate at times by mixing things up. But of course, that's what the Taurus and Libra is about right now. We're gonna get more deep into that, but that's Taurus and Libra at a standpoint. Y'all can work together if it's on a spiritual perspective, but of course it's gonna be ups and downs and all over the place at times.